Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Well, the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, has released over 12 million documents, previously classified or kept from the public view for whatever reason, many of which that have been found to include various reports and data on the UFO or alien phenomenon. And this is pretty huge news. It's been all over the web. And, well, first of all, the link to this is down in the video description. And the way you're going to find anything that has to do with UFOs is basically you're going to do a keyword search. So you're going to go to the main page here. And for instance, we'll type in UFO, which yields us a pretty big list of results, as you're seeing here. And we'll come back to this here in just a second. Now, not only do these reports hold data about UFO sightings, but they also strangely talk about the potential weaponization of psychic powers. In one of these bizarre documents, it's revealed that the CIA conducted a series of experiments to determine the feasibility and the effectiveness of employing psychic spies to, quote, collect foreign intelligence information against documents shielded from normal perception. All within something you may have heard of, but it's project codenamed Stargate, or Project Stargate. So they had a number of people come in purporting to have, well, alleged psychic abilities, one of those people being the celebrity psychic Uri Geller, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. Uri Geller came to popularity throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s. It's kind of faded out in recent memory, but basically he's one of these guys that could bend spoons, supposedly use telekinesis to move things with his mind, read your thoughts. Basically what amounted to some really nice illusions performed by a very talented magician. Uri Geller was actually found out to be a fraud. He is a simple magician. He does not hold powers. The man who actually debunked him is one of my personal heroes, James Randi. And there's actually a documentary, I believe it's on Netflix, and it's called An Honest Liar. And it basically documents all of these years where James Randi went around debunking these psychics, con artists, basically anybody that had been profiting or touring the world as if they had some sort of special power. You know what, but I'm actually a little bit torn as far as James Randi goes, because he also does not believe in aliens or UFOs. So it's a bit of a love-hate relationship, but the work he did on Uri Geller was fantastic. But he did fool a lot of people, including the CIA. And so that's only one facet. So they brought him in, they brought a bunch of other people in, and who really knows what their final conclusions were, or if they actually had found anybody to be psychic. But that's just one of the many bizarre things you'll find in these documents. But the main one being, of course, UFOs. This is what has gotten a lot of people excited about. And so a ton of people have been messaging me and emailing me saying, Tyler, look at these documents that the CIA released. You know, this could very well be the smoking gun that could allow us, you know, to have an inside look into just what the CIA knows and what they were doing with regards to the study of UFOs. And I really have to tell you guys that when it comes to these intelligence agencies, specifically the CIA, you have to be very, very suspicious of anything that they do, especially anything or any time they are making documents known to the public. Because if it's one thing that the CIA is good for and is known for, is keeping secrets, lying, ousting dictators, performing coups d'etats, running false flag operations, and I'm extremely suspicious about why they are doing this. Not only releasing the documents, but actually posting things like this on their official Twitter. What you're seeing here is something that reads, tips on how to investigate a UFO. So it's almost like the CIA is suddenly being very open about UFOs and telling the public, yes, come look at these documents. We have nothing to hide. And it's just very suspicious to me because the CIA is not known for doing things like this. So at the very most, I'm thinking a lot of these documents are just going to be worthless. And a lot of them, when you go through them, they've all been highly sanitized. pages missing, things have been heavily redacted, and they even say on the documents that they've been sanitized. So I guarantee you there's not going to be any hard evidence in these documents. And again, you have to look at the CIA and government entities like it with a very cautious and suspicious eye, because they have been the ones that have kept the public in the dark and have deceived us so many times that, I mean, you almost can't even count how many. These documents also contain broad information based not only on UFO sightings, but also Nazi war crimes, Project Stargate, and again, other at one time secret files. Now, all of this info was actually very first released in 1995, when then President Bill Clinton ordered all documents with, quote, historical value that were at least 25 years old to be declassified. But again, these were only physically accessible from a few computer terminals from the National Archives, and are only being released now following a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit in 2014. But that's not to say that there are not interesting things found within. Here you're seeing a picture which goes into detail about the Berlin Tunnel operation from 1952 to 1956, where the U.S. built a 400-meter tunnel that was used to tap into Soviet telephone lines. We also have a number of legitimate UFO sightings and reports. So a lot of these won't actually contain much evidence, but they do contain a lot of reports, drawings, photographs by eyewitnesses. Some other bizarre things found in here are documents pertaining to other unusual phenomena, such as poltergeists, otherwise known as ghosts. They talk about invisible ink, where they show step by step how to perform photography and writing with invisible ink. One thing that we do know, though, is that the CIA has been very keen to emphasize the importance of rapid but thorough reporting of any such UFO sighting as a matter of national security, listing the 4 phases of air defense as detection, identification, interception, and destruction. The Unidentified Flying Object Program requires that all U.S. Air Force commanders adhere strictly to these guidelines. Within the documents, it is also highlighted that there are 3 major reasons for taking UFO sightings so seriously. Air defense and the elimination of any potential threats to the United States or to its armed forces, to determine the technical or scientific characteristics of such UFOs and thus maintain military intelligence and technological dominance, and lastly, to explain or identify all such instances in order to maintain strategic readiness in all eventualities. And that's kind of where we go back to this set of guidelines that the CIA had previously published to be used by amateur stargazers in order for them to organize themselves, after which they would flood their local Air Force bases with sighting reports. So, we're back on the search engine here. We have a lot of excerpts, we have a lot of reports. You can see here, we have police officers spot UFO, rapid reaction force alerted, UFOs a military threat, UFOs fact or fiction, UFOs in the CIA. There's a lot of interesting things here, and I know a lot of you are going to be, well, a lot of you and millions of other people are going to be heavily investigating these documents, and I will be as well. So if any of you guys happen to be looking through these and find something of merit that maybe I haven't seen yet, don't hesitate to send me an email. Remember, if I do not reply right away, that is only because I've been completely swamped with emails lately, so it takes me time to get through all of them. And just because I may not respond does not mean that I did not read the email and review any footage or info that you sent me. So definitely contact me. My email is down in the video description. And I think we're going to find some interesting material that we will talk about in future videos. So visit the link Down in the video description, you can search, and remember, you have to search with keywords, so aliens, UFOs. Have some fun, see what you can find. I'm going to be doing the same, and stay tuned, because I've got some amazing new UFO footage, something that's just happened overseas that has just come to my attention. So I'm going to be posting another video following this one up here in just a bit. So thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, share this video, and I'll see you guys back here in just a bit.